Chase Elliott's 2023 NASCAR Cup Series season will forever be known as one of the worst seasons of his career. Well, until the next time he had bad luck, but we'll save that for another time. He was so close to making the playoffs, but Rex screwed him over and his crew chief. Darn Alec Gustafson. But here are some moments that Chase Elliott rarely does. And no, we're not going to go back to the 2017 or 2018 NASCAR Cup season because it's just small bumps. Here are some unusual acts that Chase Elliott's done throughout his entire Cup career. First off, we go to the 2022 Auto Club race. After the caution comes out, it all comes down to Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, and Joey Logano. Chase Elliott came close to winning the race before Larson's spotter screwed up and told Larson that he's clear and put Chase Elliott into the wall. You could tell it was a mistake, but here's what Chase Elliott said after the hard hit into the wall.
Hang on. Stupid mother. Cool 5. He's outside. Another one outside here. Again. God damn it!
Dang, those are some strong words. I actually never seen Chase Elliott this mad before. And no, the 2021 Bristol race doesn't count because on Radioactive he said he was going to help his teammate. Look, I know Chase Elliott is mad, but golly, his dirty words were so sensitive. A year later, after Chase Elliott missed 6 races due to an injury, he was pretty close. He was doing pretty decently to make the playoffs in points. We're at the Coca-Cola 600, and people think that Chase Elliott was going to win the Coca-Cola 600 that day because of his fake news. I thought it was real until something went wrong.
Trouble front straightaway. Hard in the wall goes Hamlin. Chase Elliott.
Hard impact for Denny Hamlin.
That was a savage crash right at the start-finish line.
From TV, no one even knows what on earth just happened. The commentators said that Chase Elliott also hit the wall, and he had significant damage. And Fox showed the replay of what took place. Denny Hamlin moved Chase Elliott to the wall, and this will make you shocked. That's how I'm gonna say it. So anyway, here's what happened.
Last year's winner of the Coke 600.
Left of your screen.
The inside of Chase. Gets loose. You see him lift out of the gas. The flames. Crowded Chase. Got into him. They saw some retaliation there.
Or did Keselowski get into the left rear corner of Elliott there?
Well, that aged well because Denny Hamlin just exposed Chase Elliott and he actually turned him, which led NASCAR to suspend Chase Elliott, which proves that NASCAR's most popular driver doesn't give them special treatment. Yeah, take that, you stupid haters. You're such a bunch of idiots. Anyway, I'm off topic. Look, I know Chase Elliott is my favorite driver, but doing something like that was so stupid. Even here, I couldn't defend Chase Elliott. I'm not like those fake NASCAR fans that just defend their favorite driver. And the last unusual act that Chase Elliott did that took place a few months later, after Chase Elliott missed the playoffs. We're at the Kansas playoff race, the second race of the round of 16. And here's what happened. And I don't know. This is his last unusual act.
Scuff set used from qualifying, and there's a lot of guys who took that 2-tire option.
So 5 spots gained by Eric Jones, Kyle Busch, Logano. We're not exactly sure, but I think that was a 2-tire stop where he gained 12 spots.
Yeah, so the 43, the 8, the 22, 2 tires, they all gained some. The Hamlin only loses 3 to guys that took 2 tires, and look how close this is, the 6, the 9, the 5, big contact between the 5 and the 9. I actually think the 5 of Larson, look.
Oh, yeah.
Boy.
Chase was not happy about it. He had no idea that it was Keselowski that moved him up the racetrack.
Yeah, that was, there was not much you could do in that situation. Coming off pit road, basically 4 wide.
Look, I know it's just a small bump, but I've never seen Chase Elliott done that outside of the Spring Kansas 2018. But we don't talk about that. After what Elliott did in that race, a lot of people were just talking about it. And I mean a lot of people. And this is just let me play this clip.
I don't really understand why. But once again, I don't think it's that big of a deal. No damage was done. No one was hurt. I mean, if you're Elliott, I've listened to a lot of arguments. The one argument I'd agree with is, Elliott, don't be hitting your teammate who's in the playoffs fighting for a championship. I know Larson's already advanced to the next round, but, he needs all the playoff points he can get. And if he can get a win out of this, then, don't jeopardize that. As for the other side of extremes, I've heard people say this is the stupidest thing Elliott's done. He's on a downward spiral and that he hates Kyle Larson and that he should be suspended for this. Like, okay, those people need to chill out.
I agree with him. This is just ridiculous. I know he's the most popular driver, but he's not a superstar. And Danielle Trota, I don't know how to say her last name, is the biggest drama queen, just saying that his attitude was unacceptable. Okay, you could say the same thing for Kyle Busch when he drove for Joker's Racing. Because of what he did, a lot of people say that he should have been suspended. Okay, we could just say the same thing about Ty Gibbs when we did the same thing in Texas. And then he said he's on a downhill spiral. Okay, then why don't you people aren't saying that to Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, or Kyle Larson? Even Kevin Harvick. Sorry, Kevin Harvick. And they also say that Chase Elliott is a crybaby, which is...
We're done.
Okay, this is just stupid. I like it when NASCAR drivers are angry and when they show their personalities. It actually shows that they're not messing around. This is why I like Kyle Busch when he drove for Joker's Racing. Sure, he made some unfair moves. It actually shows that NASCAR drivers are not messing around. But if they go too far, then that is unacceptable. We just live in a timeline where everyone just complains what they want. And it drives me crazy. And people call Chase Elliott fans fake fans. How about they look in the mirror? I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm a Chase Elliott fan. I enjoyed the 2023 races, but I was not enjoying him not winning that much. I'm not one of those people that just say the season is horrible because their favorite driver didn't win, or just doesn't watch races because their favorite driver is not on the track. Okay, now I'm done. Thanks for watching this video. Leave a like down below while you're at it. And what are some things that you agree with me on? Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and roll the hell out of here. And make sure you guys stay tuned for my Mario Kart 8 stream. See you next time.